Okay, let's get started with today's topic. Number 10. You flinch when someone moves too fast. Your friend reaches for the salt at dinner and you jump like they just pulled out a chainsaw. This isn't just you being jumpy. Your brain might be stuck in survival mode. There's this tiny part of your brain called the amygdala. Think of it as your internal smoke detector. But if you've been through some rough stuff, this detector goes completely haywire. Brain imaging studies have confirmed this reaction. When someone with trauma sees fast movement, their amygdala lights up like a Christmas tree, even if it's just someone reaching for the salt at dinner. Your brain treats these harmless movements like they're life or death situations. This happens even with movements that have nothing to do with what hurt you in the past. Your brain's basically saying, better safe than sorry, and treating everything as a potential threat. So if you find yourself flinching at harmless movements, your brain might be locked in a fight or flight response. It's not being dramatic. It's literally trying to keep you alive, just in a really inconvenient and exhausting way. Before we jump ahead, take a second and click that subscribe button. Thank you. Number 9. Your muscles tense up around safe people. So you're hanging out with your best friend, someone who's had your back through thick and thin. They've seen you ugly cry over your ex. They've helped you move apartments twice. They even pretended to like that horrible experimental phase of your cooking. But for some reason, your shoulders are so tense they're basically touching your ears. Your neck is stiffer than a corporate email, and your back feels like it's preparing for a surprise attack from ninjas. This isn't just you being nervous or awkward. It's your body stuck in survival mode. Like a soldier who can't stop fighting even after the war is over. Your muscles are literally remembering old betrayals. It's called hypervigilance. And it's your brain's way of saying, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. Not happening. Your conscious mind knows you're safe, but your body's like, nah. Remember what happened last time? It's basically an overprotective bodyguard that won't clock out. Even when you're telling it, we're good here, buddy, it's still scanning the room for threats. The really messed up part is the more you care about someone, the more your muscles might tense up. Because your body remembers that time someone you trusted hurt you. So now it's like, the closer they are, the harder they can stab you in the back. Your muscles can stay tense for so long that being rigid becomes your new normal. You might not even notice it until someone gives you a hug and you realize you're stiffer than a mannequin. Number 8. Your body temperature drops when you're happy. So you're having a great day, everything's going your way, and suddenly you feel like you've been dropped in Antarctica. Congratulations. Your trauma has evolved into a built-in air conditioning system. Normally when people get happy, their bodies get all warm and cozy. But if you've got some deep-seated trauma, your body's like that friend who always expects the worst. Your nervous system basically goes, oh, you're feeling joy? Must be a trap. Emergency shutdown. The moment something good happens, it hits the panic button. Your blood vessels suddenly decide to throw a party and get all loose, dropping your blood pressure faster than your ex's standards. And now you're sitting there shivering while trying to enjoy what should be a happy moment. It's your body's way of saying, remember that time everything was perfect right before it all went wrong? Yeah, let's not do that again. Think of it as a security system that mistakes a hug for an attack every time someone tries to give you a high five. Scientists call it a vasovagal response, but I prefer to call it the happiness hypothermia. The worst part is you can't even enjoy a warm, fuzzy feeling because your body's too busy turning you into a human popsicle. Number 7. You can't sleep without background noise. You're lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, and the silence is screaming at you. Every tiny creak sounds like a warning bell. Every distant car horn might as well be a bomb going off. If you absolutely need background noise to sleep, your brain might be stuck in survival mode. Because somewhere along the line, your brain learned that silence equals danger. Your mind is like a security guard that never got the memo that their shift ended. So you blast that white noise or leave the TV running to drown out these little sounds that your hypervigilant brain would otherwise latch onto. The constant background noise creates a sonic shield, protecting you from those random sounds that might trigger your internal alarm system. Your brain is literally rewired to be on guard 24/7. The silence is actually the worst. Because in the silence, your brain has nothing to focus on except potential threats. It's like a blank canvas for your brain to paint its worst-case scenarios on. So your brain is just doing its best impression of a paranoid security system that someone forgot to turn off. Number 6. You forget entire conversations. Ever had someone say, "Hey, remember when we talked about," and you're just sitting there with a completely blank mind? Like you know the conversation happened, but trying to remember it is like trying to catch smoke with your hands. This isn't just you being forgetful or not paying attention. It's actually your brain trying to protect itself from stress. When you're stressed or dealing with trauma, your body releases this hormone called cortisol. When that alarm keeps ringing for weeks, months, or years, it starts to mess with your brain. Specifically, it damages your hippocampus. That's the part of your brain that handles memories. Think of it as having a really good secretary who suddenly starts throwing random files in the shredder. You might be fully present in a conversation, nodding along, even participating, but later, it's like that conversation never happened. The weird part is, you might remember being in the conversation. You might even remember how you felt during it, but the actual words are gone, vanished. Number 5. You get sick after every vacation. You finally take that dream vacation you've been saving up for. You're living your best life, posting those Instagram stories that make all your friends jealous. But the moment you get back home, you're hit with the worst cold of your life. Your body's basically saying, "Oh, you thought you could have fun? That's cute." When you're stressed, which is probably 99% of your life, your body pumps out this hormone called cortisol. Think of cortisol as your body's coffee. It keeps you going even when you should probably be crying in a corner. But then you go on vacation, and your cortisol levels drop faster than your bank account at the resort gift shop. It's like your bodyguard suddenly decided to take a nap right when the bad guys show up. And that's when every virus in a 10-mile radius sees their chance and thinks, it's showtime. Your immune system, which was running on cortisol in spite, suddenly has nothing to work with. Scientists call this the letdown effect. The irony is almost funny. Your body waits until you're finally relaxing to completely fall apart. The more stressed you were before the vacation, the harder you're going to crash. It's like your body's keeping a tab of all the times you said, "I'll sleep when I'm dead," and is now presenting you with the bill and it's charging interest. Number 4. You have extreme temperature sensitivity. Ever notice how you're always freezing when everyone else seems fine? Or maybe you're the one sweating bullets while others are perfectly comfortable? Well, turns out your wonky internal thermostat might be trying to tell you something pretty dark when you experience trauma. Especially as a kid, your body's stress system gets stuck in permanent panic mode. Your brain has this thing called the HPA axis. It's like your body's emergency response center. This constant state of high alert actually messes with your body's ability to regulate temperature. It's like having a broken thermostat that thinks a comfortable room is either the Sahara Desert or the Arctic. Scientists found that people who went through repeated trauma often have their stress hormone, cortisol, running wild. This hormone doesn't just make you anxious, it literally changes how your blood vessels behave. And if you experience trauma during key developmental periods, like childhood, that's even worse because your stress system wasn't fully developed yet. It's like trying to build a house during an earthquake. Number 3. Your body hurts for no medical reason. So you've been to every doctor in town. They've poked, prodded, and run every test known to modern medicine. But they can't find anything wrong with you. Yet your body still feels like it's been hit by a truck. Your pain might be coming from your brain's broken alarm system. Scientists found out something pretty messed up about how our brains process pain. The same circuits light up whether you stub your toe or remember that time your ex dumped you at Walmart. Your brain literally can't tell the difference between physical and emotional pain. Almost half of people with chronic pain have some kind of trauma in their past. Your back pain might actually be your brain's way of saying, "Hey, remember that really awful thing that happened 10 years ago? There was this veteran they studied who had terrible back pain. Doctors couldn't find anything wrong with his spine, but when they looked at his brain scans, his brain was firing the same way as someone getting physically hurt. Except there was no actual injury. His brain was stuck in a war zone even though he was safe at home." It's the same thing that happens with phantom limb pain, when someone feels pain in an arm or leg that isn't even there anymore. Number 2. Your emotions shut down under stress. Ever feel like you're watching your life through a TV screen? Like you're there, but not really there? Your brain might be playing a weird trick on you. Scientists looking at brain scans found something pretty messed up. The part of your brain that handles emotions, the prefrontal cortex, basically goes offline when you're stressed. It's like your emotional brake lines got cut. The wiring between different parts of your brain gets so messed up that emotions can't flow normally anymore. We're talking about a significant drop in connection between brain regions that should be talking to each other. Basically, your brain's emotional postal service just decided to stop delivering mail. You might not even realize it's happening. You're just watching your life like it's someone else's movie. Eventually, your relationships start falling apart because you can't feel anything towards people anymore. You're technically there, but emotionally you might as well be on Mars. Your brain thinks it's helping you, like having an overprotective parent who locks you in your room forever because they saw one scary news story. Number 1. You pick at your skin when stressed. You're sitting there, maybe watching Netflix or scrolling through your phone, and suddenly you notice your fingers are doing that thing again. That thing where they search your skin for any little bump or imperfection. Before you know it, 30 minutes have passed, and your arms or face look like they've been through a tiny war. This isn't just a bad habit, or you being fidgety. Your body is literally trying to cope with emotional pain by creating physical pain. Your brain is basically saying, hey, I can't handle these feelings, so let's focus on something I can control instead. Scientists have found this behavior is surprisingly similar to how animals groom themselves when stressed. Think about a bird obsessively preening its feathers when it's scared. Except you're doing it with your skin. The more trauma you've been through, the more likely you are to do this. It's like your past wounds are trying to show themselves on your skin. You're literally wearing your emotional scars on the outside, and this behavior can become almost trance-like. You might wake up from a picking session not even remembering how long you've been at it. It's your brain's twisted way of giving you a timeout from your thoughts. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.